All right, this is Algebra 2 accessory exam review. We'll start off with parent functions, the first 12 questions of parent functions. Basically, remember, parent functions are those things that are the baseline of any function. So you've got linear, quadratics, cubics, rationals. This isn't a huge part of the test, but they do show up a little bit. So basically, you've got a y equals x right here. Okay, nothing special going on, so this is a line. This is linear. All right. An x squared. If you're doing these are the ones where we've been factoring these like crazy. They're called quadratics. So this is a quadratic equation. All right. We also have the log. The log is easy. This is logarithmic. All right. This one is. When we have an x in the denominator, this is a rational equation. A rational is just a fancy word for fraction. So this one's called a rational. If you have an x as an exponent, well, again, it's an exponent, so this one's called exponential. And last but not least, oh look, you've got absolute value bars. So that's probably a big clue that this one is an absolute value. All right, and yeah, those are pretty much all the ones you'll come across. You're not going to come across all of them. Like I said, this isn't crucial to the test, but just good to get it over with. All right, let's move on to the next ones. All right, so here we go. Plot the following parent functions and state their equations. So a quadratic, again, a quadratic is simply a y equals x squared. All right, and that's, if we were to plot that real quick, you got 0, 0, negative 1, negative 1, positive 1, negative 2, 4. So that's a quadratic right there. And again, I can just, if you don't know what these to do, I just plug in a negative 2 for x. Oh wow, that was a huge eraser. So if I went to go negative 2 squared, well that's positive 4. Negative 1 squared, that's positive 1. And the same thing on the other side. If I were going to do 1 squared, well that's 1. 2 squared, that's 4. And there's your parabola. Alright. A cubic. Well, that's x to the third power. Y, not x equals, y equals x to the third power. So x, y. So I got a 0, 0, I got a 1, a negative 2, a negative 1, a negative 2, 1, and a 2. Well, negative 1 cubed is negative 1. Negative 2 cubed is negative 8, which we can't fit on here. 1 times 1 times 1 is 1. 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. So you got this one, you got this one, you got off the chart down here, negative 8. You got this one, you got this one, you got this one way up here off the chart. So you get a graph that kind of comes in and looks like that. That's a cubic function. Those are the ones that look like lightning bolts. Rationals. Rationals are the funky ones. It's y equals 1 over x. And this one, this is the one where you have the asymptotes. You've seen these briefly, but they're the ones that look like two pieces like this. So if you get one that looks like two boomerangs, that's a rational equation. And that's its parent function. An exponential looks like a rocket man. So it's y equals 2 to the power x. Alright, so I'll start here with x is 0. Well, 2 to the 0 is 1, but 1. 2 to the 1 is 2. 2 squared is 4. So 0, 1, 2, 2, 2, 4. This one kind of goes like that. Logarithmic is just like an exponential, except it goes like this. I'm pretty sure you're not going to see this one on the test, though. You can pretty much just ignore this one. An absolute value, I can almost guarantee you will in some form, that's the absolute value of x. X, y, and that's just like a linear. Negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, 2. Well, an absolute value just makes everything positive. So, if you see anything that looks like this, like a nice little V, that's an absolute value. And those are your parent functions. Again, you don't have to spend a whole lot of time on this. If you're completely lost, don't worry about it. Just keep on moving. But that's what they are. Alright.